Bible to you, and let's just spin the Bible and see what it says. Let's see. And it's Psalm 42:8. So I will check that one out and see what message we can pull from it for today. 42:8. Psalm is a good book. I always say Psalm, if you're new to the Bible, you can easily begin with Genesis, go to Psalm, go to Proverbs, go to the New Testament, and that's really um, great parts of the Bible. But let's check it out. Psalms, of course, it's in the Old Testament. Psalms 42, and the number was 8. Okay, so the topic is um, it's a poem. Psalms is really a poem. Most of the Psalms are written by David, King David. And this one says, to the director, a maskil from the Korah family. And I don't know what a maskil is, but we all have Google so we can check it out ourselves and find out. Like a deer drinking from a stream, I reach out to you, my God. My soul thirsts for the living God. When can I go to meet with him? Instead of food, I have only tears day and night, as my enemies laugh at me and say, where is your God? My heart breaks as I remember the pleasant times in the past, when I walked with the crowds as I led them up to God's temple. I remember the happy songs of praise as they celebrated the festival. Why am I so sad? Why am I so upset? I tell myself, wait for God's help. You will again be able to praise him, your God, the one who will save you. In my sadness, I say, I will remember you from here on this small mount, this small hill, where Mount Hermon and the Jordan River meet. I hear the roar of the water coming from deep within the earth. It shouts to the water below as it tumbles down the waterfall. God, your waves come one after another, crashing all around and over me. By day, the Lord shows his faithful love, and at night I have a song for him, a prayer for the God of my life. I say to God, my rock, why have you forgotten me? Why must I suffer the sadness that my enemies have brought me? Their constant insults are killing me. They never stop asking, where is your God? Why am I so sad? Why am I upset? I tell myself, wait for God's help. You will again be able to praise him. Your God, the one who will save you. So from this, you can see that everything, when you're a Christian, when you're a believer in God, even these people, the Bible writers, they have problems. Well, the other room is getting louder, so hopefully you can still hear me. But not everything is gonna be perfect when you become a Christian, and this is evidence of it because this believer right here is like many other people in the Bible are praying to God. This person made a song, a poem out of it, a psalm, and they're just asking for help and saying, where are you, God? It doesn't seem like you're here, but God is always with you. He's always present. Sometimes he gets quiet. There's a popular saying in the world that says, the teacher is quiet during the test. So pretty much if you're going through something, he's just the teacher. He's going to be quiet. He's going to come to you. He's going to be with you. He's going to make himself known. But right now you're just feeling alone. That doesn't mean you're necessarily alone. Um, Trying to transfer from being a fleshly human to a more spiritual human, it's losing sight of all your fleshly senses basically. So this person, he's probably in some kind of depressed mood. Of course, maybe he's being chased by killers or something like David usually would do. I don't know if this is David or who wrote this one actually. But David, a lot of times, he was being chased, harassed, treated bad, and this could very likely have come from King David. So he's just in his feelings because he's on the run all the time, and he's sad. He says, "My enemies laugh at me and say, 'Where is your God?' Instead of food, I have only tears day and night." So whoever wrote this, they're crying, they're sad, they're heartbroken, and they feel like God has left them and abandoned them. And when you feel that, that's the worst because you're like, I'm giving my whole life up for God, and you're not even visible, you're not even present. But it's not really true. God's always there, and it just takes for you to stop focusing on your physical senses and realize that God is not physical senses. He's more He's spiritual. So feel him in your spirit and lift yourself up with that. Don't focus on the negative because I think those feelings do come around just as number one, the test to see if you're gonna go with your feelings and say, oh, I don't feel like God's here, so I'm just gonna just turn my whole back on this whole God thing. Or if you're gonna go through it, go through the mood and come out on the other end by saying, you know what, God, you were there with me the whole time. I was just tripping. I was in my feelings. I didn't know what I was talking about. So it's that kind of thing. The specific verse was Psalm 42:8, and this is where it says, "By day the Lord shows His faithful love, and at night I have a song for Him, a prayer for the God of my life." So He's just saying He's in and out of His feelings, like sometimes humans do when you go through things, especially. Um,